Hello everyone! Today I would like to explain about the secret behind part of speech, from nouns to interjection. We will break down the basic and explore why they matter in everyday communication. Ever you wonder why we talk the way we do? It all boils down to part of speech, a word class that describes the role a word plays in a sentence. Let's start by unraveling the mystery behind these essential elements of language. When you are chatting with a friend, telling them about your day, and every word you use falls into one of 8 categories: nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjective, adverbs, preposition, conjunction, or interjection. Each of these plays a unique role in shaping your message. So, why bother learning about these grammar rules? Well, think of it like this. Imagine trying to build a Lego masterpiece without knowing how the pieces fit together. Understanding part of speech is like having a roadmap for a language. It helps us to communicate effectively and avoid confusion. And now, let's break it down further, beginning with nouns. Nouns are the name of people, places, things, or ideas that they provide the subject or object of a sentence. Nouns can be categorized into 10 types. 1. Common nouns. Common nouns are words that refer to general, everyday objects, people, animals, places, or concepts. They are not capitalized unless they begin a sentence. Examples include dog, city, book, and idea. These nouns do not refer to any specific entity, but rather to any member of a particular class of category. And for the 2 is proper. Proper nouns are the name of specific people, places, organizations, or things, and they are always capitalized. Unlike common nouns, proper nouns denote unique entities. The example include John, Paris, Google, and Eiffel Tower. They help identify and distinguish individual entities within a broader context. And 3. Concrete nouns. Concrete nouns are words that represent tangible physical objects that can be perceived through the senses, such as sight, touch, taste, smell, or hearing. These nouns refer to things that have a physical existence and can be experienced directly. The example is table, apple, and bird. Concrete nouns contrast with abstract nouns, which represent ideas, concepts, or qualities that cannot be perceived physically. And then there is the abstract nouns. Abstract nouns refer to the concept, ideas, qualities, emotions, or states that cannot be perceived through the 5 senses. They represent intangible things that exist in thought or as a concept rather than in physical form. The example is love, happiness, freedom, justice, and truth. Abstract nouns convey feelings, characteristics, or qualities that are often subjective and can vary depending on individual interpretation. And for the 5 is countable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted as individual units or instances. They can be singular or plural, and they can be preceded by numbers of quantifiers like a, an, some, or many. Countable nouns have distinct plural forms and can be used with plural verbs. The example is book for one book, and for the 2 is books, and cat, one cat, and for the 2 cats. Table for one table, and tables for several tables. And for the 6 is uncountable nouns. Also known as mixed noun or non-count nouns are that represent certain concepts or qualities that cannot be counted as individual units or discrete items. They are typically treated as a singular and do not have a plural form. Uncountable nouns are not used with numbers or the indefinite article a or an. Instead of, they are often quantitative with expression like some, much, a lot of, or a little. The example includes water, rice, information, happiness. These nouns represent entities that are viewed as a whole or a mass rather than as individual units. And for the 7 is collective nouns. Collective nouns are words that refers to a group of people, animals, or things as a single entity. They denote a collection of gathering of individuals acting as a unified whole. While they represent multiple entities, they are treated as a singular nouns in terms of grammar. The example is team, flock, audience, family, and also a commit. Collective nouns can take a singular verb when the group is considered as a single unit, or a plural verb when the emphasis is on the individuals within the group. And for the 8 is compound nouns. Compound nouns are formed by combining 2 or more words to create a single noun with a distinct meaning. These words can be joined together, hyphenate, or written as separate words. Compound nouns can be made up of 2 nouns, an adjective and a noun, a verb and a noun, or other combination. Example like toothpaste, blackboard, basketball, vibrator, and mother-in-law. Compound nouns often express a single concept or entity and can be either written as one word, like one word depending on style, guidelines, and usage conventions. And for the 9 is possessive nouns. Possessive nouns indicate ownership or possession of something. They are formed by adding an apostrophe and an s to the end of a noun, or just an apostrophe or just an apostrophe if the noun is plural and already ends in s. For singular nouns, the possessive form is created by adding s to the end of the word. For example, the dog's leash. And for plural nouns that do not end in s, the possessive form is created by adding s to the end of the word. For example is the children's toys. And for plural nouns that end in s, the possessive form is correct by adding just an apostrophe after the final s. And for example is like the student's desk, the student's desk. And possessive nouns can also refer to relationship or affiliation like my sister cars. This is indicating that the car belongs to my sister. The company's policy, indicating that the policy belongs to the company. And for the last one is gerund. Gerunds are a type of verbal noun that is formed by adding ing to the base form of a verb. They function as a noun in a sentence and can serve various grammatical roles, such as subject, object, or also can be complements. Gerunds retain some characteristics of verbs, such as the ability to take direct object and be modified by adverbs. And the example of gerund in sentence is swimming is good exercise. Swimming is the subject of the sentence. She enjoys reading novels. Reading is the object of the verb enjoys. His favorite activity is hiking in the mountains. Hiking is the complement of the verb is. Gerunds can be used in a variety of contexts to express action, activities, or concepts in a more abstract or general sense. And for the two part of speech is pronouns. A pronoun is a word used in the place of a noun. Pronouns typically refer back to an attendance, a previously mentioned noun, and must demonstrate correct pronoun. Pronoun antecedent agreement. Like nouns, pronouns can refer to people, places, concepts, and also things. There are numerous types of pronouns, including personal pronouns used in place of the proper name of a person, demonstrative pronouns used to refer to specific things and indicates their relative position, and also interrogative pronouns that used to introduce questions about things, people, and ownership. And then here are the examples of each type of pronoun. For one, personal pronoun. The example is for subject pronouns like I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And for the object pronouns is me, you, him, her, it, us, them. And for the possessive pronouns is mine, yours, his, hers, its, our, theirs. And reflective pronouns like myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourself, yourself, themselves. And for the two demonstrative pronouns, this, that, this, those. The example is this is my book, there is yours. For the third interrogative pronouns like who, whom, whose, what, which. The example is who is coming to the party? What is your favorite color? And for the third part of speech is a verb. A verb is a word that expresses an action, occurrence, or state of being in a sentence. Verbs are essential elements of sentence, and they indicate what the subject of the sentence is doing, has done, or will do. Verbs can also express states of existence or conditions. In English, verb can take various forms to indicate tenses, mood, voice, and aspect. The example of verbs include like run, eat, sleep, talk, have, become, and study. And for the fourth is adjective. An adjective is a word that describes or modifies a noun or pronoun by providing more information about its characteristic or qualities. Adjective can also indicate the size, color, shape, age, origin, material, or other attribute of the noun they modify. They help to make writing more descriptive and vivid. The example of adjective is like big, blue, green, round, old, French, and also beautiful. Adjective can also have a comparative function. Comparative adjectives compare two or more things. Superlative adjectives describe something as having the most or least of a specific characteristic. For the fifth is adverbs. Adverbs are words that modify or describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They provide information about how, when, where, or to what extent an action is performed or a quality of possession. Adverb can answer questions such as how, example, how quickly, when, example, yesterday, where, example, here, or to what extent, example, very. Adverbs can also modify entire sentence or clauses. The examples of adverb is include quickly, yesterday, here, very, heavily, and carefully. There are numerous types of adverbs, including adverbs of manner, used to describe how something occurs. Adverbs of degree that used to indicate extent or degree. And also adverbs of place that used to describe the location of an action or event. And for the sixth is preposition. A preposition is a word that typically comes before a noun or pronoun to show its relationship to another word or element in the sentence. Preposition indicate direction, location, time, manner, or possession. They help to establish connection between different parts of a sentence. And the example of preposition is in, on, at, by, with, from, to, between, under, above, and also besides. And for the seventh is conjunction. A conjunction is a word or group of words that connects words, phrases, or clauses with a sentence. Conjunctions serve to coordinate or join elements together, indicating the relationship between them. There are three main types of conjunction: One is coordinating conjunction. Disconnect words, phrases, or independent clauses that are of equal grammatical importance. And the example is and, but, or, nor, for, yet, and so. And for the two is subordinating conjunction. Disconnect an independent clauses with a dependent subordinate clause, indicating the relationship between them, such as cause and effect, time, condition, or concession. The example is because, although, since, when, if, unless, and also while. And further last is correlative conjunction. These are pair of conjunctions that work together to connect elements in a sentence. The example is either blah 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 or neither blah 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 nor, both blah 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 and, not only blah 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 but also, and also whether blah 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 or. Conjunctions are essential for creating complex sentences, coordinating ideas, and also showing the logical relationship between different parts of a sentence. And further 8 is interjection. Interjections are words or phrases used to express emotion, surprise, or exclamation in a sentence. They are often used independently and are not grammatically related to other words in the sentence. Interjection can convey a wide range of emotions, such as joy, surprise, anger, or pain. They can add emphasis or provide additional context to the speaker's feelings or reaction. The example of interjection include wow, ouch, oh no, hooray, oops, hey, well. Interjections are versatile linguistic tools that add color and expansiveness to language, but are not typically considered essential components of sentence structure. So, why should we bother learning about these grammar basics? Well, for starters, understanding part of speech helps us to communicate more and more effectively by knowing how each piece fits into the puzzle. We can craft sentence. Remember the power of part of speech. Embrace their quirks and nuance and let them guide you on your journey to becoming a master communicator. Okay, I think that's all from me. Don't forget to like and comment and see you later.